I'm sure that intro's getting shorter and shorter every time I use it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Can you hear me in the side chat? Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you can, because I have been doing a lot of fiddling around over the last couple of days. So who do we have? Parrot, good evening. Pip. Good evening, Pip. Peter Nankaru. Gareth Dawson. Mr. Andra, good evening, sir. Tango 2806. I don't know where to look. I got chat on both sides of me. What the hell is going on? So I am experimenting tonight with this. This is StreamYard. Hence the logo up in the corner, which I completely forgot about, that says StreamYard. Doesn't matter. Good evening, Mrs. Blinder. How are you? Yeah, Mrs. Blinder's name is on the screen. Yeah, I'm playing around with... how do I get rid of that now? Right. Playing around with StreamYard tonight to see if it makes the streams more... My thinking is that my live streams are basically me interacting with you, and I've always wanted to have the ability to easily show your comments on the screen as you say them. So hopefully that's what this will do. I know that merch isn't a big thing on this channel, but I am running it was supposed to be a Black Friday sale, but it's 20% off everything in the merch store up until midnight on Christmas Eve. So if you did fancy anything, just use code CYBER20 when you check out, and it's 20% off everything. So yeah, but like I say, the reason I'm doing this is for the functionality in the side chat. Giles Workshop, I'm very well, sir. How are you? Andy Donnelly, good evening. Mr. Merlin Hapsled, how are you, pal? How are you? So, what did you think of Friday's video? I was very pleased with it, I gotta be honest. It's one of my favourite videos I've made so far. But, I gotta be honest, I'm quite disappointed that he hasn't taken the bait. He hasn't commented or anything. But that being said, I haven't really looked at the comments on that video today. But, you know, there's over 600 comments on it, and yeah, he still hasn't commented on it, which is a bit strange, because the few people I spoke to about him said that he's very easy to bait, and that he would definitely have something to say about my video, which is what I was hoping, but he didn't. Basic Trigonometry says he's probably still laughing. Yeah, you're probably right there, pal. He probably is still laughing. But I've since found out that he does actually live in Thailand, which is what I thought anyway. Let me know if you can hear the notification, because the lovely Christopher Shapley DVM CVA. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Did you hear my ooh super chat stab then? Should be. UKPI, why use StreamYard and not OBS? Because you haven't got the functionality to show things on the screen that people ask you, and like I say, because of the way my streams are run, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. But like I say, this is just a test run. I'm not saying I'm definitely going to switch over to StreamYard. But I do like the idea of... So if I press this one... Welcome to the Blinder Gang, mush. Is that better if I turn it up a little bit? Yeah, the reason I'm thinking of maybe switching over completely to StreamYard is for this functionality, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with me. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I don't understand why why he hasn't taken the bait is bizarre. So like I say, he does live in Thailand, which is what I suspected, and he is from South Wales, where I'm from. You got a blurry Creaky? No way. Yeah, and he's from South Wales. Good evening, Andy Monk. How are you? Rib Tickler, good evening. No beanie on Teespring. It's cold in the UK. I've actually got a design to upload to Teespring for a beanie hat, so I'll be putting it on there soon. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Mr. Merlin Hapsled wonders why that creepy old guy is in Thailand. I think I spelled that out in the video, didn't I, Mr. Merlin? Because it just seems like a bizarre place to go and live for... No, I'm not even going to get into it. You know, Welsh pensioners generally retire to Spain or the south of France or whatever, but Thailand... Not quite so sure, if I'm being completely honest. If Creaky looks blurry, check the quality. Mine was auto set to 144. Yeah, now that's another thing. Because I'm using the free trial version of StreamYard, it is only 720p, and my last few videos have been 4K. So there's there is going to be a difference. What was that, Brainy Beaver? He told me that music was a good way to get people through and I should try it. So I told him I would be missing 13 notes, and then he asked whether Red's missing 13 frames. I don't understand what you mean, Beaver. Well, I understood it, but I don't get it. I'm doing very well, Mr. Brainy Beaver. How are you, sir? How are you? Be careful, look what happened to Elon. Again, I don't get the reference. What happened to Elon? I have no idea. I have no idea. Hello, Mark Brown from Swansea in South Wales. How was it in Las Vegas today? This is very confusing. I think I'm going to bin off one of these chats and turn it into the dreaded lurk register, which is it's a bit early for the lurk register yet, but I missed Brainy's earlier message. Tell me music. That's the earliest one I can see. Oh, there we are. I just got told by Spurs that our globe message is falling apart and we need to act quick to fix it. What should we do? Just tell him to bog off, because like every other flat earther, he's an ignoramus. It baffles me where they're talking about that the globe model is falling apart. There is no globe model. We don't need a model because the world is actually a globe. So I don't really understand what they think it is they're achieving by saying that the globe model is falling apart. It can't fall apart because we don't have one, because we don't need one. Just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But nothing any flat earther says makes any sense to me. Rib tickler, I end up lurking after I go to bed. Ah, well, we'll have to see. Where in the world are you then, Rib tickler? So yeah, like I say, if anybody does fancy some merch, like I say, I am doing site, and my merchandise is already lower in price, I think, than most of the others, because I've set all mine to 20 quid, £20. I don't know what that is in dollars without doing a conversion, but it's a good discount considering they're already cheaper than everyone else's. But it's entirely up to you. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm just making you aware, because I don't know where else to to let people know. Yes, Levi Shackleton, good point. 200 watching and only 42 likes. We all know how easy it is to hit that thumbs up button. I couldn't agree more. Do it. Do it. I'm never that thing about it with live streams, because with my videos, obviously I optimize them, but with live streams, they get watched while they're live, and then the views are, you know, are very sparse after the event. It doesn't tend to gain any views after the fact. If Taffy notices your video, he definitely respond to it. He did it when Mr. Sensible pointed it. Yeah, I saw the Mr. Sensible video, and you know, the funny thing was, I was gonna cover that video, but I decided not to, because when I heard the way you were speaking about Blue Earth, it makes me laugh. You know, it's like I've said that I don't. No, I make no secret of the fact that I'm not a science guy. So, you know, like I say, I do just point and laugh. I don't consider that I debunk anything. But and that's why I don't like to use too many scientific terms or too many scientific things in my videos, because I'm honest enough to say I don't understand a lot of it. And this is what bothers me about the flat earthers. Instead of just being honest and saying, look, because I'm sure that a lot of them think the earth is flat, just it all comes down to the misunderstanding of science and not being able to grasp the concepts they need to understand that the earth isn't flat. And rather than just say that, you know, I think the earth is flat because I don't really understand how, you know, we can have an atmosphere next to the vacuum of space, which isn't the same as a Dyson. The vacuum of space does not suck anything. It just means there's nothing there. But instead of just being honest and saying, look, I don't understand it, and that's why I think the earth is flat, they just double down on everything and make up their own incorrect brand of science to you know, to cover their tracks.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Thank you, Gary IOW. How are you, pal? I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. And thank you for becoming a channel member. Again, you were before, weren't you? Because RØDE isn't... or did you just upgrade your channel membership? I'm not sure. One way or the other. What do you think about the live stream with Irish Demon and Nathan Thompson with the troll guys in a duck suit? I haven't seen it, Andy, to be honest with you. I haven't seen it. But I am aware of that video, and it's been added to my possible videos list. Wes says, Creaky Blinder, they know it isn't flat, it's all about the money. Yeah, this is what I've said before, you know, especially when you get to the level of Mark Sargent, for example. He's probably earning quite a comfortable living from it now, so why, you know, you're going to be hard pushed to get anybody to own up to being a faker, if you like, when it's how they pay their bills. You know, if you can't convince a man to give up his income lightly. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen at all. It's just not going to happen at all. But thank you to my new Patreons this week as well. There's been a few new ones this week. It's very kind of you. I think I've updated the list. Yeah, I did it last week, actually. So if you've become a member this week and you're not on the list yet, accept my apologies.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
German Free Gun Review became a channel member. Thank you very much indeed. Name's a bit of a mouthful, but I appreciate the support. Thank you, pal. Yeah, so there's that. The Happy Little Fox, aka Benji, good evening. I have way too much money. Well, aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? Peter12431 has become a channel member. So, who reckons that Expat Taffy will reply then? And if he does, should I reply to his reply? Give me a thumbs up in the side chat if you think that he's going to reply. No, you're right enough there, Chris Shapley. It's nowhere near as much of a mouthful as Christopher Shapley, DVM, CVA. And that's with me cutting out doctor, because it's not in your title, even though I know you are a doctor. So yeah. We all need to take a step back. Hashtag FEDM. And isn't it just CGI? It probably is. It probably is. Dumpson doesn't have a roof to call his own, never mind an income. Who's Dumpson? You'll have to elaborate. Is that from when I was talking about Mark Sargent? Or are we talking about Nathan Oakley now? Are we talking about Nathan Oakley? I'm never sure. Never sure. Yeah, there appears to be quite a big... Christopher Shapley says if he does respond, I'd recommend a response to his response. Yeah, it'll be responseception. I think it would be rude not to respond, if I'm being honest. Because that was the idea. And he's the first. Dog Walker, no, Expat Taffy hasn't. Well, right. The comments were turned off on that video when I found it. The comments were turned off on that video when I found it. And somebody sent me something earlier. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was in the... Yes, it was. Right, let me see if I can share my screen. Can I share my screen? No, I don't want to do that one. Oh, there we are. So I don't know how well you can see that comment, but Robert Williams commented on one of his videos saying, I think the video doesn't work right. It says comments are disabled. Why would you disable comments on a video you want a response to? Which is exactly what I said to him. You know, it's easy to call Blue Earth Thing a coward when you've disabled the comments. And he then replied and said, what video? Theodus Course, I think it is, said, Expat Taffy one is the one linked. If you're referring to one of my old ones, then it will be comments unavailable for the reason that the reason for that is idiots filling them up with insults hoping they won't be noticed. Because, you know, who would want to be noticed by the brilliant Expat Taffy? Who calls themselves brilliant? Even if you think you're brilliant, I can't think of a more conceited, up your own thing to say than I am the brilliant Creaky Blinder. Come on, get a grip. Get a grip.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch Goldstein. We love you, Creaky. Mitch and Julie, thank you very much indeed, guys. Much appreciated. The NASA Black site. They aren't here. Don't worry, Joe Howard. Who's not here? NASA Black site. Not my Illuminati overlords, I hope. Oh, dear me. Right, stop doing that now. Jezza, the Master Reviewer, says, those with no sense of reality. Trouble is now, so much time. How long ago did you type that? This is... The NASA Black site. Indeed, we are present and watching, Creaky Blinder. Am I being monitored? By the man, by they, and by them. Who said that then? Tango 2806, Creaky Blinder Taffy's comment section is open. What, on that video? Ooh, let's have a look then, shall we? No, the comments are still turned off. Comments are still turned off. Oh yeah, so this is the video. See, comments are still turned off. So excuse me, maybe he's not as brilliant as he likes to think he is. I do not understand why somebody would put a video out calling somebody else out and then turn the comment section off. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever come across. And I make videos about people that think the earth is flat, as you know. Mr. Andrat says, point and laugh, talk about, but not to, seems the plan. Yeah, that is my plan. Because, you know, I've said this before. Hang on a sec. Creaky Blinder, mind if we get a shout out for our little nondescript channel? We would greatly appreciate that. There we are, you've just had one. You've just had one. Ashish Bahira, the video is taken down. What? Taffy's video? It's not. I've got it on the screen in front of me now. It's not taken down. It's right there. It's right there, unless of course you're talking about a different video, which you could be. I went to the original fake moon landings video. Ah, right, yeah, no, I've not looked at that one. I just watched. I've just. No, shut up. It doesn't matter. Creaky Blinder, what if your kids become flat earthers? They wouldn't, because my kids are, none of them are stupid. So I'm not worried about that at all. At all.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
CMDR Dark Light, 22.99 Australian. Thank you, pal. Much appreciated. Love the new tat. We are pleased. It's not finished yet. I got another sit in. But thank you, mate. Because I don't know, either two triangles here, on that side, one that side. It's going to be filled in right up to my jawline on both sides, and I'm having the back of my neck reworked as well. Mark the Brilliant Hunter. Well, hello, Creaky Blinder. How's Wales? It's extremely Welsh, Mark. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much indeed for asking. It's extremely Welsh. Tina Jones, nobody else is going to get this. Hot dogs it is, boys back. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Hell of a bonnet on it. Give me a thumbs up in the side chat if you if you understood that reference. Dog Walker says, Expat Taffy has 856 subs, just leaving a few comments. Why does he always type in uppercase? Because he's an angry pensioner who always feels the need to shout. And I would imagine he's one of those typers, so it probably takes him so long to type out the comment. He likes to emphasize it by using all caps. As you do. This isn't going too bad, actually. Isn't going too bad at all. Mr. Andrat, now keep the mutton chops. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll have to see. I'm starting to need a shave now. I did. Thank you, Ashish Bahira. Very kind of you. I did consider taking the whole lot off. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a bold move. That's a bold move. So I don't know whether I will or won't do it. But good evening, Wolverine 6668. The family is very well indeed. How are your family? Thank you for asking after mine. I'm wondering if trouble is it's weird because in the side chat on Bacon Earth, if you're still here, in the side chat on StreamYard, when somebody ats me, it shows, but it hasn't got the big orange box around it, which is making it a bit harder to spot. So I don't know. We shall have to see. Cymru am Beth says Sylvester Stalloti. Okay, interesting name. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, no, I've got the studio window open as well, Beaver, but that's what I'm finding really confusing. Jason Jones, I know you must get a lot of this, but please could you just say once for me? Hang on a sec. I know you must get this a lot, but can you please say just once for me, I'm on my way from misery to happiness today? What? Thank you very much. I don't even know what that means, but I suppose I just said it. Did I? I don't know. I just don't know. Right, okie dokie. Messages in the background. How do I get rid of that now? I just did Crafty Keeler, thank you very much indeed. So I'll have to fiddle about with. Yeah. Maybe I should just live stream and not fiddle about with things. No, there's a novel idea. But that will be not interesting. Brainy Beaver, I found it easier to have a fourth monitor and then rotate it to portrait and give the chat its own whole monitor. Yeah, it's not so much not having enough. I got enough monitors, but there's to make the comments appear on screen like I just did. Well, like this one here now, you've got to have StreamYard open as well, and it's a lot bloody harder to. I wonder. I tell you what it might be. It might be my old man. Ah, look at that. I can make the chat bigger. It's my old man eyes. I can't help it. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. Right, what was that then? Yeah, no, Pip, I've already got it popped out and I'm still making a complete balls up of it. John Clark says, thanks for the suggestion of the Peaky Blinders show. Me and my wife love it. It's an awesome show. Absolutely awesome show. Dark man, 500 miles. Don't even know what that means. Brainy Beaver, I am looking for my cursor constantly. Because since I've had this new PC, I haven't done the giant, slightly blind old man size pointer yet, but I will get to it. Creaky Blinder, when will you, Dan, and Katz do a project together? Something so badass to nuke the flatards forever? I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I have done a few collaborations with Simon Dan, and I've obviously, some of you will know that I've got the second channel with Katz. So, oh, look out, here's trouble. Good evening, Lottie Balboa, Cymru am Beth to you as well. I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're on your best behaviour tonight, pal. Great way to waste a Sunday. Oh, thanks, Mr. Andrew. I don't know if that's what's known as a backhanded compliment, or if you just mean it's a nice way to pass the time. Well. Set the cursor so when you press control, a big circle appears around it. Ah, yes. Good thinking, Batman. I'm sure I used to have that on my other one as well. Crafty Keeler says, Creaky Blinder, people are confusing the Proclaimers as Welsh. You don't even have an accent, so what? The Proclaimers are not Welsh. The Proclaimers are Scottish. Or Hi the New Jimmy and all that other Scottish stereotyping. The Proclaimers are definitely not Welsh. Although there were 2 kids in school with my youngest son who looked like I used to call them the Proclaimers. And the dad jokes just used to flow out of my mouth. Like, I'm sure my son must have got sick of me asking if they walked to school every day. And did they live 500 miles away? Eventually he got it, but not straight away. Yeah, the Proclaimers are definitely not Welsh. Gareth Dawson, I hope that's not an accusation, because I am not ginger, I am strawberry blonde. I'm not going to tell anyway, I'm going to need hair. Steady now, no point you trying to be a Scottish accent as you don't have any accent. I know, I hide it so well, don't I, Forrest? If they walked 500 miles, that would make them Londoners. Pip says Scottish and ginger help. I thought all Scottish people were meant to be ginger. I thought Scottish people that weren't ginger were the equivalent of every other nation in the world that is ginger. If that made any sense. Made sense in here. I'm not sure it made that much sense when it was coming out the other end, though. Good evening, Oscar. Hey, back to you as well. Our Welsh what, Pip? This is getting so distracting. I don't know where to look. Mark used to be ginger. Why is everybody telling me that they're not ginger? I don't care if you're ginger or not. It makes no difference to me. Afternoon Voodoo Inquisitor, how are you, pal? James's hair is brown, but his tash is ginger. I remember once when I was young, my dad grew a moustache, and he's still got fairly black hair, and he's like 76. But he used to have jet black hair when I was a kid, and he tried growing a moustache once, and it was like somebody had sprayed it on with orange paint. It was like his top lip had burst into flames.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl Deerstein. I've forgotten now. Thank you anyway. Sorry, going for a ride tomorrow is more of a crackdown in San Jose. Oh dear, dear, dear. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens after Christmas, because apparently we've been given a free for all, haven't we? I live on the west coast of Cumbria, so most of our history is in the Scots coming over the sea and stealing our sheep. Oh dear. I haven't got any. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put that on the screen then, Beaver. But Mr. Andrat, Beaver wants to know if you're on Discord. I'm 38 and going very, very grey. I blame Mr. Merlin. Do I want to join in and blame him with you, or do I want to stick on the boys' team? I'll refrain from answering. I'll refrain from that. Hang on a second. You were complaining that you're going grey and it's Mr. Merlin's fault. Why is he bald, Trace? Just asking. Asking for a friend. I'll tell you what she says later, Mr. Merlin. She probably isn't paying attention anyway. You're not even allowed to stand at the doorway of another household. Any store is not allowed to sell anything that's non-essential in person. They've literally wrapped up Christmas trees. This is a thing, see, that is... You know, I feel like this whole year has just been a complete washout. We needn't have bothered with it. Just a total waste of time. Because I was thinking about this today. It's Christmas in just, it's not long till Christmas, right? And I know people hate it when people say that, but it really isn't. So the way it kind of feels is we just had Christmas 2019, and we had New Year. Then, like some of you would have heard me say this before, in February, Lord Callum got married, and my eldest had our first grandchild. And then, like, the the rest of the year's just been a complete blur, and now it's nearly Christmas again, and we haven't done anything. We haven't been able to do anything.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Have you ever thought of producing a craft ale and naming it The Blinder? I've not even thought of that once, but thank you very much for the super chat, MarioSpace.x. I'm not a beer fan. I will drink beer. But if I'm given the choice between a glass of beer or a can of Pepsi Max, I would choose Pepsi Max every time. But yeah, no, I've not thought of that. Crafty Keeler says there'll be a baby boom next year. I am sure there will, Keeler. I am positive there will. People just haven't had anything to do. So, guys, what are you thinking? Guys, that's such a YouTuber knobhead thing to say. Okay, guys. Are you liking the your comments like this? Is it adding to your viewing enjoyment? Is it nice to see your questions properly displayed on the screen rather than just not being displayed on the screen? That made any sense at all? 2020 is going to be something we can tell our kids and they can tell their grandkids about the summer they were locked up. Yeah, I've said this as well, Mark. It's going to be, we are literally living a historical event. So, you know, I don't know, obviously everybody's ages, but we sort of, when we were in school in history, we learned about the bubonic plague and, you know, World War II and other, you know, big historical events. And this young generation now, my granddaughter, I dare say, and any other grandkids I'm lucky enough to have in the future will learn about this in school, possibly in history. I don't know, but that's kind of how it feels like we're living a historical event. Thank you very much as well to the couple of people who have messaged me to say they've bought a Ridge wallet, because obviously it's my first. I've had a couple of, you know, sponsors that have been sort of viewers of the channel and who do various things, and they said, oh, can I sponsor a video of this? And that's great, but the Ridge is the first first proper company that has asked to sponsor me, and it was funny because it literally just came out of the blue, and they sent me some examples of what they wanted, and they were all from really huge channels. So I didn't realize that they supported channels my size, because, you know, I haven't hit 42,000 yet. I don't know what's happened to my subscriber growth lately, but it's really taken a nosedive. But you know, it's nice that I've got an actual sponsor. But what I need, you know, not what I need, but if they sponsor me and not one single person, you know, follows the link and clicks on the, you know, and puts the discount code in, then there's no incentive for them to, you know, to offer to sponsor me again. So thank you to everyone who has used the link. I don't know if anybody here has, but you know, and how did it, if you've seen Friday's video, how did you think I integrated that that ad into the I don't understand that question, sorry. How do you think I integrated it into the video? Was it done, you know, so that it felt like it was part of the video, or was it jarring and just felt like, oh, hang on, we've got to stop watching now to, you know, because I tried to make it part of the video by, you know, throwing in a few terrible jokes and the usual malarkey. Sexy bearded Viking.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, pal. Good day from Australia. We're out of lockdown for the most part. Live music events for the Christmas season are a thing here. I have 2 gigs myself. Oh, you're a musician? A musician? What the hell is a musician? But yeah, cool. It's you know, we're not in lockdown, but I don't know, everything just feels so weird. Nothing feels normal.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Don't need to wallet, but really enjoy the show. Also like the new tattoo. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Chris Schmidt. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. No, like I say, it's, you know, nobody's buttons. Nobody's obliged to follow the link, but I'm just saying, you know, I appreciate everyone who has. Hello, fellow Taff. Good evening, Leighton Brain. How are you, pal? The happy little fox, aka Benji. Well, funny you should say that, because it actually only holds cards. Mine's not, you know, it's in my trousers. It actually only holds cards. Not, it's got a little elasticated clippy thing for you to stuff, you know, a couple of notes behind if you want to, but I've always been the same, even with my old wallet, the old fold over black leather one with the cards and the license and the slots for notes and the little pocket. I never carry cash in my wallet. That's because I've never got any, but if I did have cash, it's just in my pocket anyway.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, the plot hole. Much appreciated. Catch you soon, pal.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Double dipping. That's no good. Andy Monk. So where are my trousers? I've got trousers on. How rude. AC. I'm in California and we just went back into lockdown mode again. It just sucks. Sucks. Mark the Brilliant Hunter, who definitely hasn't changed his name as a result of the brilliant Expat Taffy, says, your ad seemed less forced and more natural, unlike some others on YouTube. Thank you, mate. And that, to be honest, that's what I was aiming for, because I didn't want it to come across as, I wanted it to look like it was part of the video. Obviously, it had nothing to do with what I was talking about, because I was talking about a wallet. But thank you, mate. That's what I wanted to hear, that it slid in quite seamlessly, if that makes sense. Anybody who's not a member of the Discord server, join it now. Oh, it's full of fun games and shenanigans over there. And very occasionally, when I remember I've got a Discord server, I jump in there for a chat myself, but not that often, and I should chat in there more often. But stuff and things. Mr. Andrat is a cash only kind of guy. Thank you, Joe. Very kind of you, mate. Very kind of you indeed. Andrew Cunningham says I have a future on QVC. Oh, don't say that in front of my mother. I'm sure my mother's addicted to QVC in the same way as I may possibly be slightly addicted to Amazon. Jacob Dancy, Sir Creaky. There's no C in the middle, Jacob. Just, you know, saying. What's your favourite game? I'm quite partial to Tiddlywinks and Hopscotch. But I'm fairly certain that you were referring to computer games, which I am not a fan of. I don't really play computer games. I used to when I was younger, but I haven't got the patience for it anymore. A person whose name I can't read because it's not written in proper letter says, what made you decide to make a YouTube channel debunking flat earthers instead of pursuing graphic design further? Nothing made me decide to do it, really. I just did it. And I was inspired to go down the flat earth route after discovering Simon Dance Channel. I've told this story loads of times. What makes you think I'm not still a graphic designer? Because I most certainly am. And I'm still a business owner. Touch wood for the time being. Thanks COVID. But yeah, I'm still a graphic designer. And finally, the link for the merch comes up. Don't forget, it's 20% off it all. David Schiff, how's your day? My day is fan-bloody-tastic. As good as a Sunday can get. Sunday is a nice, chilled-out day. Benji says, Christmas is coming and the wallet's getting thin. Yeah, I know. It's an expensive time of year, and I've got a lot of empathy for people who are in a position where they can't give what they want to give to the people they want to give it to, because Christmas is such a stressful time of year for a lot of people. It really, really is. Correct, Pip. The Discord link is in the description, as are all the other links that I'm sharing on this live stream, very annoyingly, but hopefully not too frequently. I'm trying to use restraint. Maybe the agree to disagree conspiracy theory should be that the BBC broke the world over Doctor Who in 2020. It's the BBC's fault. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of things that are the BBC's fault. I'm sure there's a lot of things. Good evening, Hetty Mattis. That's the name I haven't seen. Or is it Matisse? Hetty Matisse. Hello from Pennsylvania. Creaky, love your vids. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you. Would I what? Would you drive through a muddy puddle if Nathan Thompson was standing by one? Absolutely 100% I would. I've done that to plenty of people. In Swansea. It wouldn't have to be Nathan Thompson. It's funny, doesn't matter who it is. Unless it's an old lady. Then it's only mildly amusing. But yeah, of course I would. And I'd reverse back for a second go. Mr. Merlin Hapsled. Creaky Blinder, a few of my students have started watching you now and regularly ask if I've watched your latest vid. Younger generation of sub. Blinders okay, blinds okay, blinds okay. Oh, that's I just read out an emoji, didn't I? Which doesn't show up in the Now I Feel Stupid. Thanks. Okay. Nothing awkward about that. Fork says, who is Nathan Thompson again? Oh dear, dear me. No, that's an interesting one, that is, Mr. Merlin, because if I look at the analytics on my channel, my audience demographics are indicating that this could offend a few people. Could offend a few people. This is telling me that my audience is 92.9% male, and the biggest age group I have watching me is 35 to 44 years old, closely followed by 25 to 34. Now that's changed, because it used to be 45 to 54 has always been the main one, but 55 to 64 used to be the second biggest, and it's changed quite a bit. Very interesting. For me, not for you. It's probably really boring and you're probably all thinking, just shut up and do something interesting. You've not been to one of my live streams before then, obviously. What about us old farts? Well, they're there. I just find it very interesting that because I know that my youngest has said that a few of his friends watch my videos as well, which I don't know, it's just a bit weird. I didn't think that this, and by this I don't mean me, this, I mean that the style of thing I do would be of any interest to the young hipsters. What that's gone? I just saw something then. 57. Oh, everybody's telling me how old they are now. Captain Welsh, she's only 34. What a show off. Zeus is 57. Ivy Gentry is 46 and female, so I'm a collector's item. Oh dear me. And Kiwi Gamer is 50 in 9 days older than Richard Hammond. I bet you Richard Hammond is gutted. I'm sorry that I've been waiting for the opportunity to use sarcasm cam all night, and that was the closest I've come. I'm a woman, I'm 43. I showed a few of your vids to my sister, 42, and now she's hooked like me. Love your content, never give it up. Hetty Matisse, I will do my very, very best to never give it up. And like I've said to loads of people, loads of times, as long as people want to watch, I can carry on making content.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Piparrot is 81. She is your oldest viewer, says Tusk. Sorry, Pip. It's there. Look, I read that. That's not what I think. I was just reading Tusk's comment. I apologise for any offence that may have been caused. Carrie G is old enough to be Creaky's mother. I find that hard to believe based on your profile picture, but could have just been really young when you had me, I suppose. And now, because I am extremely nosy, Pete Harrington is 45. You know, it used to be everybody I came across, I'd always be the young one, but not anymore. Ah, Pip is off in a huff now. I read it. I didn't. I know I did say it, but I only said it because it's what I was reading. So I cannot accept responsibility for any offence that may have been caused. But it's funny though. Well, it's not funny insulting somebody based on their age. Crafty Keeler says she's ageless. Has the postman been yet, Crafty Keeler? I'm getting a bit concerned now because it's been 2 weeks. Oops. Oh, offensive. You have a Welsh accent though. No, I do not. I do not have a Welsh accent. I do not have any noticeable accent at all. I'm right, you're wrong. Get used to it. Bit rude if you ask me. But there we go. Tim Cowell is 55. I thought you were 60. Why did I think you were 60? Only joking, Tim. See, and there's the laugh to prove I was only joking to illustrate it. Creaky Blinder, 65 and counting. No, I'm not. I've only just turned 40. Oh, you mean you? Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. You're only as old as you feel. Exactly, James. Or the woman you're feeling, as I've been told. Yeah, I quite agree. No sound in the sarcasm clip. There's no... What? Is there usually? Is there on CGI? No, there's not. Yes, there is. There's no sound on the CGI clip, is there? No, if that isn't offensive, I don't know what is. You said Expat Taffy has an accent and he sounds the same to me, except he sounds stupid. That's because he's from the same part of the world as me. He is from the same part of the world as me, and he does have an accent. He just hasn't developed the capability of hiding it like I do. I don't understand what's so difficult about it. Do not understand. Tango 2806 Low Callum says I'm a boomer. Are you?
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
What's your opinion on the Neil Lennon situation at Celtic? Is that a sports question, Midge? Because if it is, you may have just wasted a fiver, mate. I don't know who Neil Lennon is. I think is Celtic or is it Celtic? No, Celtic. Is that a football team? I'm the most uncool person in the world when it comes to sport. I know nothing about that. Folks wants to know how I feel being part of the Illuminati now. I feel honoured. But I've been a part of the Illuminati for 2 years. I joined 2 years ago. You obviously haven't watched any of my older videos, have you? And now they finally branded me for life. So now I can't deny it. Do you know what I should do just to trigger people? Maybe, so if I'm recording, it's generally this side of my... Maybe I should... I'm having something to fill in this gap. Maybe I should have 33 put in there as well. Because I'm sure it will trigger some of the idiots I make videos about at some point. He's the Celtic manager. It's sport. I don't know anything about sport because I don't care. I don't. Jez, the Master Reviewer, knows the score. Creaky and sports don't mix. I've just never, ever cared for sport. Ever. If there is buffering bunny killer, it may be your end. Because, well, it couldn't possibly be me causing a technical hitch, could it? Definitely not. 33 UC will pop a gasket. Who's 33 UC? Is that another channel I should be aware of, but I'm not? Things are slipping. Things are falling apart. I don't know who that is. So, at this stage in the live stream, I like to press this button, which I'm hoping you can hear and still hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear the background music? I need a swig. Exactly, Crafty Keeler. I do not cause tech issues. But I do call out the lurk register. Who do we have? Dave N is lurking. Derek Tapp is lurking. Extra J is lurking. Ooh, that's a complicated name to say. Elugi Johnson. I'm sure I've said that wrong, but you're lurking. James Andrew Morrison is lurking. Jesse T is lurking. Olek is lurking. That's strange. Olek usually participates. He must be busy doing some actual important stuff. Randy Quaid. Not the real Randy Quaid. But he's lurking either way. Ron Kovler, who's a lurking channel member, which I always find strange. Hexor is lurking. I wish Tracy Langley was lurking because I like calling her out as a lurker, but she's not. And that's the entire lurk register tonight. And there's 200... No, hang on. Yeah, 203 people watching. What a short lurk register. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Ron Kovler, I said stuff. I know, but I got a really terrible memory, pal, as you know. So, Mr. Andrad. Yeah, right, so... Yeah, no, the lurk registry isn't Do you mean because I didn't call your name out? I didn't call your name out because you're not lurking, you're participating. You are participating. Really, Texo? You were lurking? Consider yourself called out. There's some serious consequences for lurking. There's not really. S200 GT has made me a Creaky addict. You're now streaming on our TV every Sunday. Ooh, is it a big TV? You don't want too much of me on a big TV. Must be very awkward and uncomfortable. Ah, right. Thank you very much. But thank you, Charlie. It's very kind of you. It's always nice to hear from a new viewer. Yeah, you tell him, Benji. Lurkers, show yourself. Make yourself known. I've been keeping an extra close eye on the side chat tonight. I just had this feeling that the expat ooh expat Taffy might turn up tonight, but sadly he didn't.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Jez of the Mass Reviewer, $4.99. Thank you, sir. Speaking of the Illuminati, have you seen the movies based on Dan Brown's book like Angels and Demons, which added to the Illuminati myth? Do you know, I haven't. And it's Tom Hanks, isn't it? That's been on my list in Netflix for ages and ages, but I haven't watched it yet. Haven't watched it yet. But I will have to remember. I'm fully in on The Mandalorian now. And since I found out that Johnny Depp isn't guilty of what he was accused of being accused of, what he was accused of doing, what he was accused of being accused of, I've been watching all the Pirates of the Caribbean films again. Because I do love a bit of Pirates of the Caribbean. What do I think would happen if the sun blinked? I have no idea. Never given it any thought. Should I have? Is it likely to happen? Should I be worried? Don't know. Expat Taff won't turn up. He's got no balls at all. Do you know the only thing is, though, I wish I'd known beforehand that he was 78. Because now it feels like I was picking on my dad. Yeah. Nobody move, I've dropped my brain. I watched that one yesterday in work, funny enough. There we are, all the Captain Jack references are coming in now.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Olek. You were working on some stupid nerdy stuff. I apologise for calling you out for being a lurker, even though you were being a lurker. Work. Overrated, if you ask me. The sun burps and belches every now and again. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Good evening, Roy Gordon. How are you? And you should be sorry you're late. Did you hand your note in on the way through the door? So that I can decide whether your reason for being late is justified or not? If not, you're in big trouble. Good evening, Seek Truth, Speak Truth. How are you? Hello, hello. What's going on here? League of Gentlemen. Well. All the movie references are coming out now. How are you, Speak Truth, Seek Truth? The other way around. Seek Truth, Speak Truth. Do you see Friday's video? Expat Taffy. I'd been aware of him for quite a while. I don't really know why I'd not made a video about him. But, yeah, if you could pass all the late notes to Tracy Langley, she, as well as being the channel's #1 lurker, is also responsible for doling out the punishments for people who roll in late. Ridiculous. It is 8:30. Well, it's just after 8:30 in the evening, PM, 8:30 PM. Where in the world are you, Hetty? Now I am curious. Mainly because I'm extremely nosy. But I just want to know. I just want to know. Is anyone else watching The Mandalorian? I think Chris Shapley's gone. Because I know Chris Shapley is. Oh no, he's still showing in the participants. I thought that Baby Yoda was Yoda when he was a baby, and that the Mandalorian was back in time, you know, before the Star Wars universe sort of began, if you like. But his name's Grogu, so he's not even Yoda. He's just the same species or species. I never know, species or species. How do us British people say it? Is it with a sh or with a s? I'm never sure. I'm sure you are Groot, Zeus. Of course you're watching The Mandalorian. This is the way. Did you hear what I said, Chris Shapley? I am here. I'm still here even. I was saying that I've been watching The Mandalorian and it was only in episode 5 is the latest one, Chris, that I found out that that Baby Yoda isn't actually Yoda. I thought it was Yoda when he was a baby. But it isn't. It definitely 100% isn't. Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi. Yeah, my son filled me in earlier on after we were discussing the Mandalorian and the fact that Baby Yoda isn't actually Yoda at all. I was schooled, as the cool kids say. I see Barney's boyfriend has not responded to you next. Not responded to my what? Who's Barney's boyfriend? Not Flip Lip. Not Philip, that nut job. I don't want him responding to me again. He was playing basketball and threatening me last time. What's he going to be playing this time? Netball? Or hockey? In a little navy miniskirt? I'd be afraid to ask. Oh, there we are. Chris Shapley, who basically is Star Wars. It takes place 6 years after Return of the Jedi. I know that bit now. So that still doesn't explain why Baby Yoda isn't actually Yoda. Wolverine 6668, what's happened to Audrey? I don't know. Audrey was here last week, but she hasn't been here for weeks prior to that, so I don't know if she's just fed up with me or busy, come to her senses, realise that my live streams are shit. Could be any of those things, really. I'm not entirely sure. Here we go. There's always one that's got to start off the food conversation in there. Chicken fried rice and curry sauce. Unless you've got enough to go around, Tracy Langley, you should know how this works, being married to a school teacher. If you haven't got enough to go around, then wait until after, please. No need for it. His race hasn't been revealed. Whose race? Are we still talking about Baby Yoda, who isn't actually Yoda? He's Grogu. But he's clearly Yoda. I don't know what species Yoda is. Have they ever said? But I need to know. I can't stand not knowing things. Oh, hang on. It's all kicking off now. No, says James Andrew Morrison. Mandalorian is before New Hope. No Hope after Clone Wars. Ooh. Now then. Let's just, calm it down, everyone. Let's just calm it down. There's no need for that. Wolverine 6668, Creaky Blinder, Mrs. Blinder, you're welcome to come round to mine for dinner. Where is yours? How far are you? I'm starving. I'll be round now, in a minute, as we say in Wales. Huh? Burp, bleep. Awesome. Oh, hang on, everyone. Oh, look at everyone's going for... No, wrong. No, it isn't. How dare you? Oh, dear me. Birmingham. Ooh, it's a bit of a spin just to have some scran, innit? Well, thank you for the offer, though. Yoda was 900 years old. I know! Yoda was 900 years old? If Yoda was 900 years old when he died, then the real Baby Yoda must have been around pretty early in the timeline. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to establish. Is he related to Yoda? Because I thought he was Yoda when he was a baby, which made me think that it was Mandalorian was way, way back in the Star Wars timeline. So I just want to know now what species he is. And the turtle moves, coming in with a confusing comment saying, is Baby Yoda an old baby? I don't know. They haven't actually said how old Baby Yoda is 50, says Daryl M. Now then, the plot definitely thickens. Brian Pop Robson. I've linked Expat Taffy's video he made about me in Discord. Oh, that was you, was it? That was... I did see... Ah, right. When did he... Buy and Pop Robinson, when did Racism, Hatred and Violence? YouTube creators of... He says I called him a Welsh sheep. Whereas I proved him wrong and he still hasn't got the proof. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I shall have a little look at that. If anybody else wants to have a look at it, the link is in Creaky chat on the Discord server. Link down in the description. Oh dear, oh dear. So is that a new video? Oh, hang on now. I'm still concentrating on Baby Yoda, who isn't Baby Yoda. Grogu is 50 years old, no clue in his species. Lucas never revealed the name of his species. There's a lot of that going on in the Star Wars universe, isn't there? How far do you think Chris Shapley and anybody else who's a Star Wars fan, how far do you think they'll take the Star Wars universe now that Disney have got hold of it? Because I know there's a lot of Star Wars purists who say...
Thank you.
Apologies for me and the rest of the Piplash gang. We'll probably drop out a bit early for Pip stream after this. No problem. I will be finishing in the next 5 or 10 minutes, dude. Never apologise for having to leave. I know my streams are extremely boring. Yeah, how far do you think they can take the Star Wars universe? Do you think they can carry on making films for the next 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, indefinitely? Because I suppose if sorry, Dakota Dad, I apologise. It's because I've got Discord open in the other screen, so it hid the super chat coming up. I am so sorry. I don't like missing anybody's super duper chats. What's going on here now? But sometimes I do, unfortunately. Dakota Dad says, Creaky, good to see you. Been a while since I've been practically crippled, finally able to walk and back to normal life. Glad to see you're still making vids. I thought I hadn't seen you for quite a while. What's been going on, pal? Shoot me a DM. Let's catch up. Andy Monk says, great show, Creaky. Need to go. See you later. Thank you, mate. Andrew Cunningham thinks they'll carry on as long as it's profitable, so forever. That's the thing, see, I suppose with science fiction, if the writers involved have got the imagination, they can keep writing, you know, provided they continue to find talented writers, they can keep it going indefinitely, surely. The Iron Horse, I don't know where they can take it, but I know where they can stick it. So you're one of the people who thinks that Disney's ruined it then, the Iron Horse 72? I don't know, see, I don't see it. I don't see it. I just enjoy everything Star Wars related. I don't get why people are so against the Disney stuff. Yoda never revealed his species or his home planet. Mando is definitely set post-Jedi. There's wide scope for exploring the expanded universe. Hundreds of books to take from. Be very interesting to see. And I know they're complicated films to make, but do they need to leave such a big gap between them? I don't know. They can do it definitely. The Old Republic is 3,000 in the past, and it's a fountain of content. That reminds me of... Is it Family Guy when they covered the Star Wars stuff? Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but somehow mysteriously in the future. Because that's kind of a bit how it feels. But I just think everything Peter Griffin says is funny. Andrew Cunningham says Disney Star Wars has been up and down but worth it. I've enjoyed every one of them. Has anybody seen Solo? I really enjoyed that as well. I'll be honest, the only one I haven't been fussed on, I can't even remember the bloody title of it. That's how unfussed I was. It was the Rogue One. Oops, sorry. Wasn't fussed on Rogue One. Just couldn't get into it. Oh dear. Expat Taffy's written a book. That's worrying. Rogue One was the best, says Andrew Matthias. See, so this goes to show that a lot of it just comes down to taste. What you like, what you don't like. Yeah, I don't know. Starting to lose the will to live now. But anyway, seeing as Pip is live streaming at 9 o'clock, is it, Pip? I am going to bugger off 5 minutes early and give you all a chance to head that way. Thank you very much to everyone who has super chatted. Huge apologies if I've missed anyone. Yeah, Chris Shapley, I agree with you. Rogue One was blah. And that's about all I would be able to say about it as well. That it was blah. Yeah, no, Pip. I always stop at 9 o'clock because, because that's what time I stop. So why would tonight be any different? Tubler, we should be talking about leeks or sheep or something. You missed all the sheep talk right at the beginning of the stream, mate. You shouldn't have been late. It's your own fault. You've got nobody to blame but yourself. Ha ha ha. And on that note, we're going to call this stream done. Take care, everybody. Oh, in at the last minute. Oh, 2 in at the last minute.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Peter Nankaru, £5 also with Star Trek. They'll take it too far. I hate Star Trek. Never liked it.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Shannon T says, always enjoy your channel. Happy holidays. Thank you, Shannon T, but it's not the holidays here. That's an American thing. That might be why my views have been down the last week or so. Because it's been Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That could well be why my views have been down, deeper and down. I'm out there. Bye. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.